Okay, welcome back. We had some minor difficulties. I haven't been deleting the videos out of my phone since I have been recording, and so there is a lot of storage issues. Okay, so anyways, moving back along. All right, so as we were talking about, the Fabri-Tac, I pulled all this out because I thought I was going to have to re-record, and then I realized, oh, I don't. So anyway, the Fabri-Tac. Peg at Craft Room Stories said 100% acetone, so nail polish remover. If it says 100% acetone, I just added a very small amount, just poured it right into the container here, mix it around a bit. It sounds really weird and clumpy, but anyway, it works out because now you can see it moves around pretty freely. And I tested it out because she did say, and I can concur, that I tested it out with this little card I made. It's a little mini playing card that I altered. It does slow down the drying time of the Fabri-Tac, but it doesn't change its adhesive quality, in my opinion. So if you have a smaller amount, instead of buying a whole new one just for the ease of the squeeze, you're welcome, then put some acetone in there. That way you don't have to worry about keeping a fresh one on in your crafting station all the time. Unless you want to, obviously. That's completely neither here nor there. That's your business. All right, so back to this, the Twinchie. I just thought it would be easier and a shorter video to do a smaller version, and so that's where we're going to go with that. And then what I thought was I could take something like one of these. This is out of a farmer's, what did I say? Out of a farmer's almanac. Ugh, that was a lot of weirdness. Okay, so I don't know if I like that side better with all the numbers, or if I like that side with all the whatever. You can literally decorate it whatever way you like, you know? That's the beauty of it. That's, maybe we'll do unicorns, because those are, oh, they're all different directions. Gotcha. Okay. Well, see, so Aaron could still get two. I don't know why. The napkins, they just get me. You know what? I think we're going to do it. You have to treat them a little bit like tissue paper, though, because they can become quite fragile during the gluing process. So another person, Janie, from the, I think it's Bookworm's Buddy, but on her page it looks like the crafting bookworm. Either way, Janie, she told me about go ahead and still using these for decoupaging, which is basically what I'm doing. I don't like to do Mod Podge over top because it gives it that weird, even though I use matte Mod Podge, whatever I do to it, it just still leaves that weird like sheen of it. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. So, oof. I'm gonna stop clipping my nails or something. I don't know how to, we're gonna have a rear end and two of them, or we'll have a rear end and two of them, or we'll have a head and part of one. I don't know how to, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's going to be a background. Maybe I don't want to do that for the background. Because it's a background, maybe, I know I'm so wishy-washy, all over the place. Excuse me. All right, we're going to figure it out. Let's move some things around over here because I have my glue book. And yeah, all right, so we're gonna glue on this and then put this on this because that always works out super well for me. Laying frame, good. I thought so because I have a little mark of where, oh, my table, it got moved a bit, so, okay, just make sure. So I normally have a setup, or mark, excuse me, put down that I can see, that you can't see, so I can tell if I'm in or out of camera. I feel like I put way too much glue down. let's move this, because now it's all covered in, ugh. Okay. And we're just gonna go, we're not gonna give it a whole lot of thought. We're just gonna do it. And then, oh, we're a little crooked. Oh, I could have, oh, I don't know. Just, you know I'm challenged. Anybody that's still sticking around, you know that I have a wild way of crafting, and you're welcome. So I'm gonna let that dry while we, maybe I'll glue on the left of me and bring it up. Yeah, that will go over swimmingly, I'm sure. More things to knock down and get in the way, you know. Just what I do. If I can make it more difficult for myself, I will. Because I choose to do things the very hard way. I don't know why. All right, so we're gonna clip all these off. And now, great. Now we have, okay, so these two scraps I will keep. Yes, don't judge me. And these two I will throw away. They're gone. They're in the garbage. Okay. It's crooked, but you know what? When we get done with this, it's not gonna matter. Actually, it doesn't matter now because whatever. Excuse me. So basically, if I would do a masterboard, I would just start randomly gluing things down, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I've been wanting to use this stuff that I had, this Joss paper, and I have some fabric that I decided to bring over. Some very beautiful fabric pieces. Actually, I just realized I do have fabric because I'm gonna join Janie's ruffle. It's something. I'll have to link it because I can't think of it right now off the top of my brain, but I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go get some fabric, but I don't have to get fabric because I have fabric. Oh my gosh, look at how just beautiful that is. This came out of that haul thing. That is a little plain, so, but maybe we want it for just the color. I don't know. Let's see if we got anything else that's like, ooh, look at that. That's snazzy. That's leaving a lot of little strings behind. Some of these feel really weird, like the texture of the fabric is very interesting. That's very cool. It's interesting, at least. Goodness. Oh, I like that too. Man. Yeah. Okay, I think, oh wait, I might have found it. I might have found something to throw in there. We'll have to hang on to it because I feel like once we get going, it might not match. But look at that. And it already has like little rhinestones and stuff on it. We'll have to think about that. Okay, I don't know. That might be too much for this. What you could do instead of fabric, because I love doing mixed media, what we could do is get out some washi tape. I have a few of them here. Oh, and I have this too. This is like cabinet liner stuff. It smells terrible, but once you let it set out without, like, once you glue it down and stuff, the smell goes away, because I was like, oh my gosh. Excuse me. I would never use that if it stayed that smell. I think we're going to do this. We're just going to throw him down. And then that. I don't know. I'm usually not so indecisive when yes, I am. I don't know who I'm kidding. Who am I kidding? And anybody that's watching that knows me is like, yes, you are. Very indecisive. Dun, 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 dun. Well, for one, I might have to do some things in the background though. Hairs all over and things all over. Good grief. We're a mess over here. Actually, because I think we have a good enough background. What I might do, excuse me for overreaching, even though it's my table, I feel like it was really rude of me to do that, because it's like when you're handing something to someone across the table, you just pass it. Look at this. I could do, oh, I wonder how much, I almost said how much you weigh. I wonder what size you are. Ooh, they're just under 2. So I could do, ooh, I kind of like that. I have some different colors too. So I've got some red, some green. Oh, these are kind of multicolored. I like that one. That is a yes. That is a maybe. Let's see what you are. Ooh, these are some interesting little, like, cottage homes. I like it. Oh, calm down. Oh, here, look at that one. Like little tiny houses. Ooh, and this, like, oh yeah, definitely. I think I might definitely do that one. I just want to see them all on that. Okay, so we know we're gonna use these two. I love these little houses. They remind me of my little Whimsy houses, and I do love me some Whimsy. I was thinking about that. I was watching Peg's video last night, and I thought, you know what's so weird is I don't really have like a style. I like all of them. Too many, probably. More than I think is healthy. We're just gonna wing it. So, and then shoo you out to there. Okay. And if it's a little shy, it's a little shy, you know? It's all right. Everything is gonna be all right. Like, I think Bob Marley or somebody said. Look at that one's got a little car. Ha! Can you see that? Is it too shiny? I can't tell. There it is. But there's a little vehicle parked outside. What about this one? Oh, there's nothing really. I just love how many, like, it just, like, I can't think of it, like a Willy Wonka's or something, or like a Wonderland. There's just so many little towers and levels to it. Okay, so I think that's gonna be our, I don't know if I want to put it on now. Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, that was a long thought process. My little pokey tool. I don't know why I sing that way, but I did. It'll be helpful, they said. But I'm still challenged when it comes to these things, because I think the stickers just don't like me, if I'm being completely honest. Now, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and put it down, but normally I would probably cut around the houses. I do think, though, that I'm going to put a bit of glue. I feel like, because washi, you know what? Let's do the Fabri-Tac. It's clear. This is clear. But I feel like with this kind of stuff, and anybody that uses washi tape or these pet stickers, a lot of times they don't stay adhered. And that's one thing that I'm really particular about with is once I learn something that works, I use it, because I can't stand it when my stuff comes apart. It drives me crazy. I mean, I love doing surgery and everything, but it's like, ugh, why did I suffer through all that if I could just find the right thing, you know? Oh, what am I doing? a lot is coming out. But you can see how that flowed so much easier. It's less painful on my hand. It's stuck to me by like, ugh, it's a lot of Fabri-Tac. Oh no. I will say too that it is definitely much more repositionable, or like at least for longer than sticky. I hate sticky. Than when it's the pure, you know, pure Fabri-Tac, because I feel like pure Fabri-Tac you end up, there's my little cloth. I can't get it. I can't be fussed to bother with it. We're just gonna do this, get that goo out of there, and then get it out here this way, and hope we didn't just ruin it by getting all the goo out. That's a lot of goo. And that, give me back my paper, please. Thank you very much. Okay. Peg also has other tricks for this. For getting, I don't have it with me, but it's the little, it's like almost like a beeswax eraser that you can use. If you get it early enough. Good grief. If you get it early enough, the Fabri-Tac you can rub it off, but we'll just cover it. That's my favorite thing to do. When in doubt, hide it. No. Not the best way. Let's see. Yeah. I might have to let that dry for a minute. And it does take a little bit longer to dry. Not like terribly long, but yucky. So gooey. That'll give me time to get my little towel out of here. It's under my watercolor crayons. And I don't want to cause a craft at lunch. There we go. Okay. And my head in there. See, they're everywhere. Strings from that fabric stuff. Oh, good. Yes, that's what I like too. Let's just make a bigger mess of yuck. Ugh. All right. So that's that one. And we saw how fun that was. Now we're going to do it again. I might have gone a little bit too far this way, but again, we don't care. We don't care. We're not looking at it. We do not care. Clean those off because we'll just wait to trim it until after the mess of all things. I guess it doesn't matter on here because this is just poster board, and it's not like it's not gonna be used for any specific thing or whatever. It's just to be a base for this. So I'll just fold that over, and then we'll move on to the next one. I don't know if I'm going to do the Fabri-Tac again. That's a lot of mess. And I know I used way too much, but it just flows out so much easier that I blame the Fabri-Tac. So what we're going to do, where did I put my little glue? Aha, I found it. My little glue. Ugh, I need to get a better little glue thing because this is pretty icky. Look at that. It's just, ugh. All that rust. So I feel like I'm wasting more glue because I have to squeeze all of that glue out. It's a mess. Whatever. Let's just get over it and move on. Because if not, we'll be here all day complaining. And we don't want to do that because... Come on. Oh, it is in there. Huh? It was under. It was just... I was the difficult one. Okay. This other... This one's going to be a little easier to do. Maybe. I say that. I don't even know why I said that because that's like setting myself up for failure. But let's just be a little less heavy-handed with the glue, Andy. And then maybe we won't have so many problems, Andy. You know? I'm sure that's what anybody watching, you're like, oh, well, if you didn't do this or this, then it wouldn't be me. All right, so we got enough off the one side and that side. And okay, where did I put my, did I hide it? I sure did. Oh, wow, I am getting glue. Okay, this is becoming too much. Wow, that is, oh, because it's got all that Fabri-Tac on it. Oh, heaven help me. Okay. It felt like rubber pulling against, and now I know why. Where's my little bone folder? That would be nice. That's why I don't usually, I usually use my, not my Cricut. This is my Cricut. I usually use my little credit card thing, but let's not leave this here too long or we'll be glued to the book. Oh, good. Strings. Love it. We'll just do this. Oh my. Did I really? I sure did. Stuck it right in some Fabri-Tac. I promise you, I am just a special kind of person. I definitely, I'm sure my husband would agree, I'm the type of person that I definitely keep you on your toes. Because with me, Lord only knows. Sometimes I don't even think he knows because just too much crazy be going on. All right. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not a super huge fan of it though. So we're going to toss it off to the side. We're going to get a new one and we're going to do the actual faffing with scraps that I thought I was going to do because that's what I meant to do. And we're going to start over because, yeah, that just really stay. I'm going to throw this paper away because you're covered in glue and we don't need it. We don't need that problem anymore. And that little thing because you're covered in glue. Okay. Again, starting over. I love starting over. It's my favorite. All right. Oh, let's not do that. Let's get some of these scraps that we have that we had for other things. I know they're the same types of scraps that we've been looking at, and I'm sure people are sick of it, but you know what? You can't get rid of it if you don't do anything with it. Okay. So like I have all these book pages, and so what I would do is we'll use the glue stick, and see, this is where this comes in handy because there's not a whole lot of funky things going on. We'll save all that pet stuff for pet tape and washi tape and whatever junk for later. Yes, let's do that. Then you can probably see it better, but that way we're getting it on the actual paper and not my desk. Okay. So let's continue with this. We'll fill out the other corner down there. Pick it up. Come on. You're doing so well. That way we get some overlapping, we get some craziness, and we'll get some layering going on. Because layering is fun. Look at that. That'll work out swimmingly. I might have just screwed that up. Yep, sure did. Ha! Oh well. Let's try it again with this. Excuse me. That should be plenty high enough. Yeah, I like it. So, oh my goodness, come on. Work with me here. And then we'll do I feel like maybe some other kinds of, might be too late for it. Yeah, let's just continue this way for now. All right, I hope that I'm not like looking at the book pages. So, I mean, I don't have like a lot of necessarily like inappropriate books. I don't want to say anything right now. I mean, I know I have a channel that's, you know, marked for not kid, but like I'm not. Anyway, I don't have books that I buy specifically for their naughtiness, but I don't know if there might be a curse word or sometimes there's something in there. Let's not look at it. Let's just forget about it in case. Because, let's see, let's cut a little bit of that off. Like that little piece I will not save. Okay, we will save that one though, because look, it works. But, oh, I forgot. He's going to be our focal point, because you could also decorate the little edges of them. Not decorate. What the heck am I talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I think the bad part is that I had tea today instead of coffee. So my brain probably is just still confused. Like, what happened? Why are we not working? Ah, I'm hearing birds and it's getting a little warmer. It's going to be about almost close, like high 30s. That's like, I'm like, heck yeah, that's like t-shirts and shorts weather. I gotta take a drink of my tea. I don't normally drink sweet tea, but Gold Peak sweet tea it's not bad. I usually drink unsweet tea with a little bit of lemonade. My Arnold Palmer's, they're delicious. All right, so this is how I normally start my masterboard or super collage thing. I've got a ton of these started this way that I need to finish decorating, but I just get more enjoyment, I think, out of making them this way, and then I stop. So today we're gonna fix that problem. We're gonna finish it. And I think we're gonna use some of this stuff and maybe some of this napkin. Yeah. Not all of the napkin, just parts of the napkin. I gotta make more of this. Oh wait, I do have some other little pieces. Get off there. Because I really, really, really like the way that the backing, Erin's supposed to show me. She has a new way she does backing as well. So for this, we're just gonna put the glue directly down on the, and hope we get it. We'll get it as close as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just gonna wing it. Ugh. Glue all over me. Ugh. I love torn edge look, so I've probably said that 1,000 times, I know, but you'll hear it again and again, because I just do. Wow, I don't know what I'm trying to do over here. We'll just throw it down up here. Why not? And get sticky and messy and whatever, right? Oh, and see, that'll be perfect to throw in there. The problem is that dumb white. And I don't want to go through all that. So that's where inking comes into play, because I can ink it up. It's kind of an interesting color to put around this, but that's all right. I'm an interesting person, so this kind of fits my whole scheme of things. Yes, I love it. Oh, this is heavier not cardstock. It's mixed media paper. So I'm not going to do glue stick on it. I'm going to do glue because otherwise it won't stay as well. That's my other Tipsy Tuesday. Sometimes you've got to, I have a saying on my page. We all have strengths and weaknesses, just like adhesives. Because I was finding out as I was crafting and going along, I had never heard of Fabri-Tac. I hadn't used that kind of thing in the world. I knew glue sticks, glue guns, you know, a variety of other things that you can, tapes, whatever's that you can adhere things. And so I've been crafting for many, 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 many years. And you can still learn, you can teach an old dog new tricks. And so I've learned that there are different glues, and some glues work more better than others. I know that's not a word. I like it. I guess more better, isn't it? I don't know. Now my brain's, I'm trying to think of like how this is looking and it doesn't feel right to me. So I don't know if we're going to do that. I do like this though. But it just feels like too much maybe. I don't know. I kind of like that. I think this I can just do this with. Okay, good. Whew. This is textured, so it really pulled the glue in there. And we're not trying to cover up the words, but we're also not trying to cover up the words because, you know what? We can do whatever the heck we want. But now that we have a little bit of color on the back here, that's when I'm going to add in some of my, this is fiberglass tape. It is sold in a big roll and it's for drywall. I'm sure people that are familiar with any kind of construction type stuff, you're like, it could be used for this too and that too. And that's fine. I don't really know. I'm not privy to all the things it can be used for, but I know I like it in my, actually, because I keep forgetting we're going to be cutting this up. So we don't want too much of one thing in one area. Otherwise it's going to look funky. So we're going to cut it down into bits, maybe some smaller bits and thinner bits, because I'll show you what we're going to, get off me, what we're going to do. All right. This stuff, though, is pretty sticky, and I don't really do anything extra with it. It's there just kind of for the texture, because other things I'm going to lay over top of it, and it'll kind of get like its own little, it'll be stuck down for other various reasons. So we don't have to worry about it. Oh my gosh. That's so aggravating. Me trying to pick something up and it just keeps doing that. Okay. This will give us some layer and some texture, which is, it's my favorite. And this one, we maybe will put it like that, because who cares? All right. I don't like that anymore. We're going to cut this off because it's kind of distracting me from what I'm looking at. Okay. See, oh, wow, that's super, ugh, get off me. Oh my God. Off me. Oh, we're going to fight. Okay. That's a lot of glue. Oh, I keep stealing these little threads. That might be fun stuff too. I have some different little flowers and things. I think though, what I like to do, and this is completely up to everybody that's doing this, is I do a buildup of layering of this. Then I would cut it down, and then I will decorate each individual thing further. That way I'm not cutting stickers apart or cutting flowers apart. You know, there's little things that you'll see. We'll get there, okay? We'll get there. All right, so maybe now I can use a little bit of that fabric or something. It's just so nerve-wracking. You know what? Let's do this, because this is another thing I like to do. Because I like to use all types of things in my... That's why it's called mixed media. Because we have watercolor paper that I've decorated. We've got joss paper. We've got fiberglass. We've got napkin that we've watercolored. We've got book pages. And now we're going to have some gold washi and little paper strands. Because that's just what we do. I need to go through and just pull all the threads out of like a whole bunch of different fabrics and just put them all together so I have that big pinchy jar. I know it's not called a pinchy jar, but whatever, that's what I call it. Okay, so we're just going to take chunks of it randomly because we don't care. We are going to use our tweezers because it's less messy that way. And then we're just going to squeeze some glue. No, we're not, because it doesn't want to. Because it's sealed over. Ugh. Okay. Get up there. You're getting out of frame. Excuse me. And then we're just going to go, yeah, sure. You look great there. And then we'll take another. We're just going to cut up a bunch of them right now. Just like, we have 4 sections, so I don't know why I did specifically 4 like that, but it works. You'll see why later when it's all together and it becomes a beautiful masterpiece. All right, I say that, but you know, it may not become a beautiful masterpiece. Might become a big pile of junk. We'll see. I think this one we can cut in half. And get a little better coverage of area on it. Yes, let's go to the tweezers. That's good. Great. Good job. And get it like that. Stop moving. But, excuse me, I need another drink of my drink. That's why it takes forever. That's why my videos are 8 million hours long. But I just like, for myself, I like watching long videos. That don't bother me. I like watching people's processes and why they do what they do or how things kind of start to finish come along. Excuse me. So for me, it's fun. Ugh. That's not fun though. And you have to be careful again because we've got our tissue paper under here. Or not tissue paper, napkin, which is like a tissue paper. So we don't want to mess it up. Oh, we still have... I feel like that's just too much. Too long. Or too wide. And we'll have a leftover. That's okay. Maybe not as much glue, Andy. That might help. I don't want to cover up the edging for some reason. All right. So that will become, so what I'll do is I'll just turn it over and I'll cut it into 2 and 2, and then that'll be 4 little Twinchies, and then I can come back and we'll do it in another video. We'll decorate all of the little squares. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.